Welcome
to What You Watchin'.
What You Watchin'.
Welcome to another episode of What You Watchin'.
We're back.
These episodes are a little far and few between. I think it's because we've seen everything. Running out of things to watch.
It's pathetic how much time we spend on the couch and in front of the TV. Literally pathetic.
Well, we do and then we don't.
But we're providing a service. It's
but
a very...
we do and then we don't. Like, we'll go,
Right.
go, and then we have this thing that we said, let's make it like a theater.
Yes.
And we close all the blinds. Even if it's the most beautiful California day out, we're like, okay, let's close the blinds.
So embarrassing.
And then we just crush shows. And then we let's get on our bike and go to the beach.
Let's get on the yacht and cruise the harbor.
Yeah, the 22-foot boat.
Let's get in the jet to dinner.
Yeah.
Not.
Not.
Anyway, so yeah, we do watch a lot of TV, probably a lot more than most people, but we also do a lot of other things
It's our job.
more than yeah, it's a job.
It's
very
our job.
It's a very high-paying job.
Yes. It's
Very high-paying.
very high paying.
I don't think we've gotten paid yet.
Yes. Hey, we have. Anyway, what are we talking about today, Stephanie?
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. The KOMINSKY Method. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the KOMINSKY Method. And I thoroughly enjoyed this. It was refreshing. Didn't you think it was refreshing?
Well, first of all, let's tell you what the KOMINSKY Method is.
All right. I was going to go in.
Because I thought it was...
Going into that.
What is that show about sex? It's a something other method. It was a sex... way back in the 60s, it was the something method.
Rhythm?
I'll have to Google it. The something method. Anyway, I thought the KOMINSKY method was going to be like whatever the method was, not the rhythm method.
No.
But it's actually...
That's why we have two kids.
Tell us what it's about, Zeus.
It's actually clever.
I'll look up the method.
All right. It is actually a cute show. It's with Michael Douglas, Alan Arkin, and they play best friends. And Alan Arkin is an old-time, very successful agent, and Michael Douglas is an actor. And they've just become really good friends. And it's interesting. It's kind of like The Odd Couple. It's a little bit like The Odd Couple. You have these two older guys that are very funny and they're very talented. And it just kind of goes through the trials and tribulations of Michael Douglas being an acting coach and really kind of never was kind of like those who can't do teach. But he had this successful KOMINSKY method of acting, and that was his authenticity, that he would try and make it an art form for all these kids that would want to come in and become actors and actresses. And so I just found it to be really fascinating and very fun. And it was kind of great, actually, because they always meet in this really famous old school Hollywood restaurant called Musso and Frank's. And Musso and Frank's is on Hollywood Boulevard. It was the old Hollywood hangout. And we just celebrated an anniversary, and I thought, you know what would be fun is to go up, stay in Hollywood at this really fun hotel, which we did, and then we'll have dinner at Musso and Frank's, and we'll be rubbernecking and checking out all the people that are coming in and celebrities and everything else. Food was amazing. Anyway, it was really fun. Back to the KOMINSKY.
No, the funny thing is, in the movie or in the TV show, they're sitting in this quiet restaurant, and they're in this circular bar. It's like total old school Italian steakhouse, and we get there. It's utter chaos. It's a zoo. It's so loud.
And we were there on a
Tuesday night. Yeah, but it's famous, and it's not only is it a local, but it's also a tourist attraction, and it's got a lot of history. And that's where they said all the movies used to be made. That's where all the scripts were approved of. There was a back room that
secret back room.
The superstars got to go in, and
they always had a big bouncer there that would not allow other people to come in that weren't supposed to go back into the back room.
It was super cool, but we got there and we're like,
oh, I guess we'll be sitting in the circular booth, quietly drinking a martini. It was
chaos.
We were sitting in a corner and we were facing each other and we were screaming. It was still good.
It was really fun, though.
It was still good, but it wasn't, it's just like anything. It's not like the movies.
No.
It's not like the movies.
But food was amazing.
Yes. So,
anyway, we digress.
Again, someone had told us about this show. And in fact, a lot of people had told us about it. And I was never that interested in it. And we started watching it and we got hooked immediately.
Yes.
The writing is so good, very clever, a lot of funny punchlines.
The chemistry between Alan Arkin and Michael Douglas.
They were really good friends.
Right. And there's a really sad twist that takes place in the show
Lots of twists.
Lots of twists, actually, but one that, changed the course of the show. Anyway, 2 seasons, right?
3.
3 seasons. Really just, if you want to sit down, put a smile on your face, laugh, great writing, quick lines.
Well, I think it's also, they're older than we are. They're in their 70s, 80s.
80s, yeah.
But they talk about dating. They talk about, my mom stopped watching it because they talked about the prostate too much. They do talk a lot of prostate issues, but that's what happens when you're
When you
in
get
your
older, yeah.
older years.
The conversations shift.
They're trying to date. It's just cute. And I'm glad we found it. And we'd like to thank our friend Andy.
Yes, Andy
for
Felcher.
He told us about it a year and a half before
Yeah.
we actually watched it. So sorry, Andy.
Andy, you'll be getting a empty nester swag box. So there you go. It's worth a watch for sure. I would watch it again on a recliner scale. What would you give it?
I just have to say one more thing.
Say one more thing.
Michael Douglas is so cute. Now, he was, hot movie star, heartthrob, major player. But in this, he makes so much fun of himself. And he's an aging acting coach.
Yeah.
And the reason they call it the KOMINSKY Method is he has a school of acting called the KOMINSKY School of Acting. But he makes so much fun of himself, and he's a really good actor. And if I'm just now figuring that out, shame on me. But he's darling.
Yeah,
and
he's
Alan
actually
Arkin
really
is just deadpan,
so
stodgy, uptight, and the dynamic between the two of them is really, really cute.
It's absolutely worth a watch. If you're having a bad day or you're having a great day, it's worth a watch. It'll put a smile on your face for sure.
And once again, I'm going to struggle with the scale because I really, really liked it.
Where the hell is Slater?
I know.
He was going to give us a new grading scale.
And you know what? I've got some really bad news. Slater's found a girlfriend. Slater's in love.
We're happy for
So
him,
we can't,
but we're sad for you.
Set Slater up with anybody because Slater set himself up.
I know. We're happy for Slater.
We knew he was going to be a catch.
Sad for you.
Yeah, sad for you and all your daughters because he was a catch.
Yeah, great guy.
He's happy and we're happy for him.
He has a brother.
Anyway, I give it a 4.5.
Oh, okay.
Because I think the 5s are reserved for like the big
Super special.
sagas.
Yep.
If we'd had a bigger scale, I would have been able to differentiate.
It's all the same.
Really bothers
it's still
me.
20%.
Every time we do this.
I know. Anyway, you gave it a 4.5. I'm going to probably go with a 4.
Why so low?
It's not that low.
Why so low?
It's 80%. It's, what is that, a B?
I don't know, Mr. Math.
Palooza says don't do math. We don't do math. We don't do science. Anyway, I would love to, think that it's worth a watch.
It's worth what you watch.
It's worth what you're watching.
All right.
And so,
Let's hope Stephanie can do something with this episode.
yeah. We haven't had enough wine yet, so that's
We're trying to cut back.
We're trying to cut back, so it's a little bit more,
Not
a little more
nearly
bumpy.
as fun. Not nearly as fun. We are cutting back.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the little bell. And that'll let you know when a new What You're Watching's coming out, so you can jump right on and make sure you're being the leader of all your friends on what's
And we'll see you in
happening.
6 months for another episode.
Oh, that's so
of
not
What You
true.
Watchin'.
We'll see you in 1 week. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.